tractors have that now.
Yeah, so all you have to do, you call
Which
and
really
the
does you a-
parts on the way within minutes of when something fails.
You hope.
If you. or
Unless
the-
it's outdated.
It depends on what it is. Sometimes it's just a matter you have to go check something or reset something.
Yeah.
I really like your T-shirt with your minor.
This is one of our older ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wear mine today. Because you're wearing your turquoise.
That's right.
Is that jade?
Kingman turquoise.
That's really pretty. Pink turquoise.
That's what I hear.
The Kingman turquoise?
Should be.
Yeah.
If it's not, it is today.
Okay.
That is.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
belt buckle's got Kingman
Yeah.
turquoise on it too.
We're live audio right now.
That's
All right.
cool.
Very cool.
Work?
Absolutely.
No, that's cool. There's a lot of liquor there.
So who
Good morning,
is-
Ruth Anna. How are you doing today? Ruth Anna Doherty from Colorado is with us already this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
It was the stress.
So, how is your book going? You said you were just
We went to Camp Ibis, Andrew and I,
okay.
and we found the cistern, the water cistern. This is where General Patton trained his troops for World War II.
And that's
Wow.
within 2 hours of here.
That's within an hour and, was it 40 minutes?
Yeah, I think so.
Hour and
That
40
is
minutes.
the coolest.
Yeah, all these roads, if you look at Google Maps, there's just a series of roads that are left, and
Mm-hmm.
you can see rock formations where they put their tents and things like that. It's really neat.
Oh wow.
And there's a memorial monument that's there too. It's kind of, if you blink, you miss it.
How do people get out there? Do they go by regular car, or do they go, with a dune buggy or, ATV?
You can drive, but you might fall into some of the washes that are there. The roads have eroded,
I see.
and there is unexploded ordnance there
Oh,
as well.
just lovely.
Yeah,
Cool. Bring them home.
but there's a lot to do in Kingman, and within a
you're-
2-hour
It
drive
really
radius.
is,
Yeah.
In fact, the roads are in surprisingly good shape. For whatever treatment they put on them, it looks like it's just bladed off dirt, but it's still hard packed.
Well, I
There's
asked.
no traction problems or clearance difficulties, just where some of the watersheds have washed them out.
Right.
My husband said they probably put asphalt on the roads to keep the dirt from flying around when they brought their heavy trucks in. And that's probably what the remnant is. You're
Or
seeing.
maybe just such heavy equipment was on it, it packed it down really good.
Probably.
Seems
Well-
like,
No, it's probably similar to what you see out here. They
really?
put some pavement down.
We found everything is delineated by,
Say hello to a new friend.
and we found what we thought would have been headquarters place, and we
Take
went
a
in there and
two-lane
plowed around,
trip
and
of
there's some kind of oil
memories
treatment
into mysteries
down about an inch.
unknown.
There's about an inch
Come
layer
along
of
for
something.
the ride. Jim Hinckley's America. Jim
Welcome.
Hinckley's America.
Good morning, everybody. We're here at Desert Diamond Distillery in Kingman, Arizona with Debra, and John, and
Good morning, everybody.
we have Michelle and Keith Kentner, and
Andrew, hello out there.
Good morning.
it's another miserable day in Kingman, sunshine and warm, day after day. It just doesn't end. I'd like to thank the boys from the road crew for our theme song. If you need some great road trip tunes, roadcrew66.com. They did a great theme song for Kingman during the Route 66 International
Oh, it
Festival
sounded
and gave it
great.
to us. They're out of Nashville. And I noticed that Toshi Goto is back in the States for a little bit, and over in New Mexico, and we're going to have some folks from the Japanese Route 66 Association here in Kingman very shortly. And have to give a holler to Toshi. He was my first guinea pig when I started these programs, and he did it with a smile when we first launched Mayberry Television. And Calico's Restaurant in Kingman is our primary sponsor today, which is downtown on Beale Street. Great place for groups and tours. They can handle just about anything you got going there. And we started something different with been expanding our website at JimHinkley'sAmerica.com. We now have a travel center page with event info for all along the Route 66 corridor, free listings. And anybody's got anything they want to share, they can send it to us, and we'll get it up on the Facebook page as well as the website. So, first off, how's everybody doing this morning?
Good.
Doing good.
Doing
Right on,
great.
push it there.
It's after 5, so I guess it's suitable to start drinking. I don't know. So this is your 10th anniversary.
Well, basically, it's our 9th. We're going into our 10th year. April
okay.
1st is our birthday. We opened April 1st of 2010, and we've been going strong ever since. We've brought out many products, and everybody knows we make rum and vodka, and we do 4 types of rum. And this is our distiller, John.
How we doing?
And you want to tell them about all the latest and greatest?
The latest and
products?
greatest? Well, after 9 years, we're, from day one, we've had some big goals, and our big goal was always a 10-year-old spirit. And we're getting a lot closer to that than, we're at 8.5 years, so that's really very pleasing to us that we might actually make that goal. We just released a 7-year whiskey, which is like my play toy. As a family, we've always tried to focus on the rums, but I can make a lot of other things too, and the whiskey's pretty good. So you can come in and you can decide that for yourself.
You got some great stuff going here, that's for sure. Oh, how did you ever? I know your dad was a big part of this.
And actually, Dad went for the ride.
Went for the ride.
Yeah, everybody's gonna blame me for this. This has always been a passion. We've had passion in wine, we've had passion in spirits. The wine never materialized out here. We did a workshop about 15 years ago on distilling, and we just fell in love with the concept. And Dad wasn't smart enough to retire, although he is now. He's out having fun now. Yeah.
Our first workshop was March of 2005,
Yes.
so it's been
We've been at this for quite a while.
a while getting to this point.
Well, how did you ever? How did you ever decide to do this in Kingman? I mean, most people decide to open a business after they break down in Kingman, and they've been here for after they've been here for 6 months. They realize
Oh,
it's
I
not
like
so
it.
bad. But
I'm sure most people believe this story, but we couldn't exactly do what we wanted to in Nevada. We lived there for 12 years, and we knew Arizona quite well. So when we found out we could halfway do what we wanted to in Arizona, we had to be able to commute. So that leaves us Mojave County. And we chose Kingman because mostly of the climate and the aquifer water. We could use the water from the ground here for fermentation, and the climate. We took a real chance on the climate, but the climate, from day one we wanted to age spirits. And the climate here is actually a lot like Tennessee in that it's a hot summer and a cool winter. We're just bone dry. But we create the humidity out of necessity. And it's actually worked.
well, I know you put out a good product here. And your distillery, when you opened this was kind of a state-of-the-art deal. This was set up European, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, the still is actually from southern Germany. The tanks and other equipment are from Hungary. And in its day, I'm not sure where it's at now, but 10 years ago, it was, if not the first, it was one of the first semi-automated systems. Not that the technology wasn't used all over the place, but applying it to a small artisan distiller was definitely new. And it pretty much allows us to operate it on an individual basis. It's not a lot of hand work.
Well, that's good. Being
although it seems like it.
having a small crew, you gotta streamline where you can to
That's
make
true.
it productive and
Yeah,
possible.
just like any small business, we turn our hats several times a day.
And you gotta make the best use of everything you got. You know,
Yes.
you gotta sell everything on the hog, including the squeal. You just
We
gotta
still
figure out how
don't
to
there's
do
enough
this.
time in the day, but
I
Yeah.
know, there's never enough time when it's a small business.
No. Well, you got a great small event center here too as well. Do you host a lot of groups? Get out here for tastings and
I guess
tours?
there's always room for more. We
Yeah.
feel like we do a good amount of stuff.
Yep.
We can't handle really large crowds.
No.
But we do anywhere from 40 to 60.
Very
We
good.
do buses, people who come in buses and schedule with us, usually months and months in advance. We can do a bus of 40 to 60 people in about an hour and 15 minutes and without feeling rushed, because they usually have the next place to go to on their schedule. So they want to get in here, do their thing, and then go on to the next tourist stop. So when they schedule ahead, we know they're coming, we have enough staff on hand to take care of them, and then we can get them taken care of, and they can be in their happy zone when they leave.
Definitely the happy zone. You've got racked up a pretty impressive number of awards for your products.
We let her talk about it. I don't talk about awards much.
Well, I know that the 7 we have from the San Francisco World, we've got like 2 golds, 3 silvers, and 2 bronzes, because I pretty much share that with people when I remember to share that with people on the tour. So we have other awards with the Spirits International Prestige Awards out of San Clemente, California. We have entered other awards like the New York World and the London last year.
Yeah, London was big for us. I like to be on the big floor if I'm going to compete. You know, I'd rather get a bronze and have it mean something than to win a gold, and you know anybody could have won a gold. So it's
And that's for your agave rums?
no, we do mostly our reserves.
Just
Yes, we don't really enter the agave rum much. It sells itself. It's what most people identify as our signature rum. You know, from day one, we really carved out. We make rum in Arizona, so we really didn't try to copy the Caribbean much. I'd love to mess around with you and tell you we fought over 500 recipes, but my dad came up with a recipe. We put it out on the bar, and in the first weekend, it was so popular that it's been incredibly good to us ever since.
You know, it's amazing. Kingman, a lot of people don't realize it's such a small town. We have your award-winning products here. We have 2 microbreweries in Kingman that have picked up awards for beer, 1 for pizza as well as beer. And we've got the wineries and event centers here. And we've got a really, really popular Alcoholics Anonymous program in Kingman. But we've got something for just about every taste here.
Moderation, Jim,
Yes,
moderation.
all things in moderation. But we've got something here for just about everybody. That's just all there is to it. And it's really kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
And when you know you're out here at the Kingman Airport, the old Kingman Army Airfield, and it really surprises a lot of people to find that we have this kind of
It
facility
really
here.
does. We get it all the time. People pop in. You know, today they can look up everything on the internet and
Yeah.
find you very easily, but then they're still absolutely shocked when they walk in and see, you know, kind of like they weren't let down.
Well, that's why I started doing this, because everybody kept telling me for years that I had a gift for telling people where to go. So I just kind of tried to find a way to do that in a creative, constructive manner. And it seems to have done pretty good. You've got some very big projects on the burner, but do you have what do you see for the next 10 years?
Oh, well,
Survival.
I mentioned that, yeah, every year is a new experience.
It is.
We're getting older, and so is the spirits, but that is the name of the game is the spirits. This is a funny little story. We were trying barrels the other day and looking for a new 3-year rum. And I pulled a sample, and we couldn't figure out. It was so different, and it was so good. And we finally checked out what it wasn't a rum. It was one of our brandy barrels. So we're very excited about that too. We were very, very surprised that it's only 3 years old,
And
roughly.
it's
and
only
it's
3.
actually really good, so.
And we were like,
We're gonna
this
start
is
crawling around
so
in there.
different. And he finally looked on the list.
So we were doing brandies, rums, and now whiskey.
Well, those are my play toys, I call them.
Yeah.
You know, we focus on the rum.
Right,
That is
right.
our mainstay. But I just put up a couple barrels of corn whiskey too. So see me in 5 years. It's kind of a hurry up and wait
I
business.
will write that down because I definitely will be here for
5
corn
years.
whiskey.
Yeah. It is, you have to think about the future.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you know.
Well, the big project I'm excited about, and I'll have pictures up later today on the website and everything, is
Out the
sitting outside the window.
Yeah.
Yes. And you got to see this, folks. This is
I'm trying not
impressive.
to put too much pressure on us. We're working diligently.
Yes.
I mean, the rail car is a Pullman rail car. It's car number 30. She has a pretty good pedigree, but she's been neglected for a while, and we spent the last year and a half pretty much getting her back to a usable condition, and now we're getting ready to move forward to, work on trying to do some dinners in there and things. So
I look forward to that because that's a really neat addition.
she seems to really fit out there.
Yeah.
We feel like she
Well,
belongs there.
as soon as we moved the Pullman train car there, we were like, it's like she's been there the whole time. Like
Yeah.
she belongs there.
So, yeah, we're pretty excited, but business goes on too. So
Yeah.
we're.
Well, we weren't busy enough with the distilleries. We had to get a Pullman train car.
You
They
found
don't
her-
blame me for the distillery. We blame her for the rail car.
We do.
So you're not busy enough. In other words,
Exactly.
You find that you want to fill those extra hours between 2 and 4 in the morning with something
Well, when we
productive.
started, everybody thought we were insane. So after 9 years, they don't feel that way anymore. So we had to do something more insane, I guess. I don't know.
Just raise the bar a
Raise
tad
the
bit.
bar, exactly.
And more insanity. But it's fun. People love that. They love to come see. What are we doing now?
I was talking to Debbie about the Uranus, Missouri. I work a lot with
Oh,
Louis
my gosh.
Keene, and I don't even have words for Louis. He'll be here in Kingman in a few weeks. I'll have to bring him by and holler at you folks. But he's part P.T. Barnum, and he took it basically what was a truck stop and a topless bar and gift shop, and he started. It was in Uranus, Missouri. So the first thing he did was start a fudge company. And you can fill in the blanks with all the juvenile humor that goes with it. Everything you can
Awesome.
imagine, all the T-shirts and everything. Then he got in a little trouble. He bought the county newspaper because it went broke, and he renamed it the Uranus Examiner. And it just, from there, it's just downhill. Just
What
bad
a great
news.
way to have fun with it, though. You
Yes.
gotta have fun.
Well, when you
with
walk up to the train car, the first thing that meets you is a nice little line on the front of the car, and that just fascinates everybody.
I took a picture of that this morning,
Yeah,
and
you
I
guys
will.
get to see it on the photos at the end.
Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have that up on the
It is a
website
rail
and
expression,
Facebook today.
but yeah.
It's funny. People take photos.
Well, guys, I'm really excited about the things that you're doing out here, and I've been following your progress since you set this up, and it's such a great thing to have, not just in Kingman, but this is just neat. This is really neat.
It's a business of passion. We have fun. If we didn't, we'd probably move on.
You've got to, whatever you do, you better enjoy it because you're going to have to spend a lot of time doing it.
We spend a lot of time doing it.
We do.
How do you like to do those tours?
The tours, I love the tours. We're getting busier and busier, so it gets harder and harder. But I love to spend time with the people. It's kind of rejuvenating, especially through the years, all the struggles that we've had. I mean, the first 6 years of this were pretty tough. The last 3, we've actually had fun again. Spending time with the people, the customers is awesome because it kind of rejuvenates us, or rejuvenates me. I won't speak for the
No,
rest
it
of
does.
us, but,
It does me too.
and
Would you like to schedule them a week ahead of time, or?
we pretty much take a walk-in right now. If
Yeah.
we're here, we do a tour. As long as there's something we can't do a tour.
If people have to wait, it's just because there's another tour going on when they come in.
We
So
are probably getting closer to having a schedule, but right now we try to take them as they come in.
Very good.
And you never know. Some days we do a lot of tours, and other days we hardly touch it. It's almost guaranteed if you have something going, that's a big tour day.
We have Joanne, good morning. Joanne says it's a nice 53 degrees in St. Louis today.
Chile.
Yes.
Haven't been there in quite a while. I used to visit at Chesterfield did a lot of business field.
And tied in with all of this, of course, is the promotion of Kingman and getting people excited about things here. And you didn't have enough to do, but from moving out here and trying to put together a book, you decided to take on a little bit of a promotional project. Howdy Kingman?
That's right. We have a Howdy Kingman page, and Andrew Ambos and I are working toward having the book completed by the end of the year. And it's grouped by subject, things that you can do in Kingman and within a 2-hour drive radius. And there's so much to do. We were out at Camp Ibis and Fort Paiute. And it made me realize that the challenges of Kingman and the surrounding area are GPS that wanders and written instructions. So we're trying to get so you can use your GPS, but also have written directions in case the GPS goes haywire.
There's simple, clean directions. Turn left at the bridge that used to be painted yellow.
Yes. Especially if you're in the desert, it's kind of important. Yes.
That's pretty neat stuff. That's good. This is good. And if we tie all this stuff together, it just is beneficial. It really is. And it's another exciting project, and I'm eager to help you with this. And I'm glad you're getting out and exploring this neck of the woods. It's the diversity around Kingman is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
We've got just about everything a person can imagine around here except a nudist colony and a pig farm. And I'm sure either one will be coming soon. So,
Hopefully not on ours.
yes.
We got enough on our plate.
Oh, very good. I won't ask which one you were thinking there. But that's probably best to avoid that conversation.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
When I was in Germany a couple years ago, Netherlands speaking a couple years ago, the tourism and trade fair, I had a lady invite us. It's a long story, but she invited us to this winery in France, and I was talking to the tour guide that I was with because she was exposing herself a bit, shall we say, at the tourism fair. And I says, I don't know if I should mention this about her dress being unzipped in the back. And he says, it probably doesn't matter because what she was trying to tell you, she has a senior citizen nudist colony at a winery in France. And that's...
There's a niche for everybody.
There's a niche for everybody, yes.
Everybody has their own thing.
Guys, this has been good this morning. Keith, I know you're always busy. What's going on at the fairgrounds right now?
Well, 2 weeks from now, we'll be in the middle of the Home and Garden Expo and Carnival out at the fairgrounds. It's going to start on Thursday the 18th, Friday the 19th, and Saturday the 20th. The following day is Easter Sunday, so we're not going to hold anything that day. So we're backing it up one day from when they usually do it. So you don't have the full weekend. But the expo hours will be 10 a.m. to 10 to 6 on Thursday, Friday, and 10 to 4 on Saturday. The carnival will open at 10 and run until about 11 o'clock at night, all 3 days. Parking's only $3. We're doing something different with parking now. We're going to tweak it so we can get people in and out more efficiently. And parking's only $3. Admission's $10 for adults. If you're a senior, a veteran, or law enforcement, things like that, you get in for $7. And 12 and under is, from 5 to 12 is $5. And if you're under 5, it's free. It's a family-friendly event. We're going to have everything for your gardening, home things. If you got any construction projects or improvement projects you want to do, decorating, things like that. We have over 100 different vendors that are already signed on. So it's going to be a big show this year.
Very good. Well, let's show people what you've got on the table here before we wrap this up. You've got all kinds of goodies here on the table.
Yeah, everybody knows we do rums and vodka and now whiskey. and some other things that are hiding away in the barrel room. But we also use wood chips for our dark rum and our agave rum. People use this in their smokers, and that's available for purchase here at our little store. We've got vinegars and olive oils, and of course we do the tours and the tastings, and we also support the Guild, and we do a little spirit tour for the whole state of Arizona. If you're going to be in the state of Arizona for a while, you're visiting us, take the whole passport and go visit. This one has 10 other Guild distilleries that you can get stamped and then get in the end of year prizes. And of course, we've got logoed merchandise like hats and t-shirts, and so it's a fun little gift shop. And we have a whole, probably even more that I'm forgetting to mention.
The vanilla extract.
Oh yeah, and it's not on here. It's in the background.
Cool.
Probably in the video you can see it. But
Well, we don't want to give everything away. We have to get
That's
people
right.
out here.
lots
You
of
gotta
stuff.
That's right.
come. We just baiting the hook.
That's right.
Guys, thank you for everything you're doing here in making Kingman a better place. This is
Thank
good
you,
stuff.
Tim. I appreciate you coming down.
Yeah, this has been
Thanks for
fun this
everybody
morning.
to spread the word. We appreciate them.
You're just, well, not even just spitting a jump off Route 66 out here at the airport.
Pretty
So,
much, yep.
Pretty much.
so that's a good little detour. You know, once the people are running the road, I think they'd find this of real interest. And we'll have to get some more of these folks. We've got just an absolute a herd of people. This morning, like I say, Toshi got a hold of me, and some Japanese will be here for lunch. And got a family from, I believe, Wales that I talked to last year, and they're going to be here next week, spend 3 days. They've rented Cactus Kitch downtown, and they're interested. I've talked to them about Desert Diamond Distillery. Then the Route 66 Association of Kingman, of course, they're always just on board for helping wherever, and the organizers are chilling on Beale. We're going to be hosting a reception for the German and Dutch Route 66 associations this year. That's coming up pretty quick, and we've got Dutch Motorcycle Club will be here in May.
Wow.
And it's it's amazing. At Kingman, people come here on purpose. Isn't that something? And that's
It's amazing.
Yeah, getting people excited about this. That's the
awesome.
ticket.
Can I add that Kingman is so central to everything that you can stay
True.
here and just work your way around, and because we're cooler
Yeah.
also than other climates. And,
Oh, the weather's great here.
Yeah.
We're not in the middle of nowhere, but you can see it from here. know,
You can even the strip in Vegas is only 2 hours from here, and it's a lot less expensive to stay here.
Well,
Yeah.
with the Highway 11, it's an hour and a half now.
All the way downtown.
Is it all, well,
You
it's
get
a
all the
little
way to
over
the
there.
I was
About an hour
talking
and a half.
about the actual
Then you get
strip.
there in an hour and a
It's
half.
true, yeah.
Cool.
And we've got
Really?
it's another thing for
Goodness.
lodging options we should throw out.
Haven't tried that lately.
Not only do we have a lot of motels, all different kinds, even though we haven't capitalized on it much yet, we have one of the largest concentrations of Route 66 historic motels, I think, on the road.
That's true.
And now we've got some very fascinating Airbnb properties that have come up.
Cool.
So all kinds of neat things going on here in Kingman. Guys, thank you for doing this. We'll be doing this on the road again next Friday, unless we come up with somebody interesting. Like last Monday, we had an impromptu program talking with Martin Pavel from Slovakia, who's putting together the Route 66 navigation app. And unless something interesting comes up like that, or I'm on the road, we'll be doing this again next Friday. And we'll see everybody next week.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.